See that. It might help the drivers just bring themselves into the race. But here we go to 5 red lights for the Spanish Grand Prix. The lights are off and away to where we go. I think in AlphaTauri accidentally jumped the start, but it looks like Powell got a very good start. A very good start from Oliver as well as they improve into P2. There is an Aston Martin and McLaren going side by side there, but down the inside goes Oliver. They take the lead on the start into P1. Very good start from them. Matthew as well makes their way up into P3. A driver going off the track there in the background. And going down the order, there's Somatic Coast going down the inside of Diamond Miner. Are they going to be able to make it stick? No, they don't. But look at Raven. He is on the inside of this scrap, and he's going to go for the move as well. However, there's a massive crash there at the back involving White Josh and Connor Barry as well. That is not what they would have wanted on the sprint start. Raven there goes quite deep into turn 7, and they might get overtaken by Somatic Coast. They do. Somatic Coast back up into P9. Raven back down in P10. However, it's going to be under pressure now by the Mercedes and Mick. Mick rolls it around the outside of the Ferrari. Who's going to be the best out of this? Is it going to be Raven or is it going to be Mick? Mick has the inside for turn 11. Turn 12, sorry. And I think Raven just manages to hold position. A very good defensive mind there from Raven to keep position. I think like Reese is getting quite close to Wizzy Boy, but looks like Wizzy Boy as well is getting close to Matthew. Is Wizzy Boy going to try a dive into turn 1? We don't have a very good camera angle. Yes, he does, as the McLaren goes quite wide there and is probably going to lose a few positions and loses a position to Wizzy Boy. And is Reese going to be able to overtake the McLaren as well? No, I think he has to stay behind for the time being, but unfortunate for White Josh. Reese, Matthew has spun out of the exit of turn 7. And he has been demoted all the way to the back and retired on track. Powell is getting close to his own teammates. And Powell does re-overtake Oliver for the lead of the race with DRS. Did Oliver do that strategically? We'll have to wait and see. It looks like Diamond Miner has spun as well out of the exit of turn 1. And he is going to be another driver that's been demoted to the back as well. A lot of drivers making some mistakes that I wouldn't expect to see. And Wizzy Boy is now spun. Drivers are spinning left, right, and center. We'll see if they swap positions or if Powell will stay behind. But he isn't doing that. He pulls to the inside with DRS. And Powell is easily through before turn 1. And they are trying to work together. It looks like Raven goes down the inside of the Williams and he's tapped with the Williams. We look back up at the front though. Is Oliver going to get past his teammate once again? Pulls to the inside. And yes, he's through before turn 1. A straight of which I am pretty sure Powell will get past Oliver once again. And this is where the Haas, I think, are trying to now work together as they are slowly pulling away from the drivers behind. I want to see this battle behind. Remote Banjo is going down the inside of Mick. And Mick is having to stay behind the Red Bull. Down the main straight once again, I believe Powell will be making a move. But Reese has got up to this, duo in front as well. Powell will make the overtake. Where will Reese? Reese follows behind. Tried to go down the inside, but then has to back out last second. Looks like the Gold and Somatic Coast were probably trading positions there as well. A lot of weaving there at the back as Mick has been wanting to try and get past this Red Bull on the final lap. There's a yellow flag as Wizzy Boy, I think, has spun through turn 3. I don't know if there was contact with himself and Raven. Jamie has got past as well as White Josh has spun as well and Mighty King as well. Both of those drivers spinning on the final lap, but it is going to be Powell who is going to be finishing the sprint. A very uneventful sprint for Powell, really. Only apart from his teammates. Powell will cross the line to win the sprint here in Spain. Oliver will finish in P2 and Reese will finish off the podium for the sprint. 5 red lights now ahead of the drivers. It's a Haas 1-2. Another person who has unfortunately jumped the start there. As it's lights out and away we go. It looks like the 2 Haas drivers did get a pretty good start once again as Reese is there on the inside. There is some of the drivers now dropping down the order. It's going to be side by side with the 2 Haas drivers into turn 1. This can't end well, but it does apparently. Oliver manages to get past Powell as there is a Williams going wide there, a Somatic Coast. as there is a massive battle happening there at the back. It looks like Samatikote and Choke going side by side there as the Williams nearly loses traction. There is more contact there, and there is a Red Bull there of Remote Banjo spinning round, and even more contact involving a Ferrari, AlphaTauri, Williams, and a Mercedes. Oh my days, that is a massive collision to happen at the back there. Matthew has made up some pretty good positions himself as well. There was like a massive spin at the back. Matthew is in P9 as he taps the back of the Alpine there and is sent spinning out of turn 1 and has now been demoted to P14 there. P15 instead, just behind Remote Banjo. I think that was 2 drivers going side by side. There it is, 2 drivers going side by side. Raven and Wizzy Boy for P9. Who's going to win this battle? Raven just gets ahead before turn 7. Good move from the Ferrari. Powell is still holding behind, but Reese is there. If they make a mistake, he will be there to pounce. Nebrechtrum and Mick going side by side. Mick makes the overtake on the inside of turn 4. He will be having to pit pretty soon as there is a spin there. Diamond Miner, I think, reversing on the track. He needs to get going soon, otherwise he might cause some issues. DRS open for Oliver. Down the inside. Easy pass for the lead into turn 1. And now it's going to be a race down the main straights. Right on board with Connor. We'll see what it looks like. There is also White Josh behind as well. Raven is gaining. Raven is gaining. Raven is gaining. He is passed. Is Connor going to try and make the move? No, he doesn't. And Raven now is up into P7 past Zalagi to see it. However, Zalagi's gone quite deep into there. Connor Barry now on the outside into turn 5. He's still going to hold it around the outside. Connor Barry is. Zalagi is still holding position. Is he going to be just ahead of the apex? Yes, he is. Connor Barry stays behind. I think Oliver might be able to get past his teammate on this time around, which he does. Power's coming to the pits. No, Power spun. Power has lost the lead after a spin. I didn't see when that happened, but Power down in P4. Apart from the 2 Haas drivers, he's gaining, he's gaining, he's gaining. Is he going to move to the inside? He is. I don't know what the Aston is going to do though, but there you go. Reese is now our new race leader. We could see a bit of proper racing action here as Powell goes to the inside and will now be the new net leader. Reese has been able to get past Powell into turn 4. I didn't see that, but down the inside, Powell goes to into turn 5. They're still going to be side by side as we go through turn 6 and then into turn 7. Reese is able to stay ahead as Powell goes to the inside now for turn 10. He's going to hold it around the inside and there's contact, and that is Reese spinning off there and losing a few positions. Oliver is going to probably make an easy pass into turn 10, maybe even before, as those hards are going to be really worn. As you can see there, Oliver now goes to the outside, easy pass. And I think he'll just try and make the switch back. No, he doesn't. He stays behind at the moment, but Oliver will be trying to pass Zalagi. Why are the Alfa Romeos staying out? They're staying out for another lap. But Oliver is still going to be thinking, you know what? That's an easy for me. I'll just get your DRS and easily pass you on the straight. He would have had DRS anyway. But there you go. Oliver is now into P1 and Power as well. Spots the 2 Alphas going slow. And is able to pass both of them, and it's now back. It's now back to a Haas 1-2. You are having a laugh. Why are the Alfa Romeos staying out? Are they doing some sort of drive to the tires explode challenge or something in a league race? I mean, it's good to see, but you know, for a bit of fun, but not really taking the league seriously. As Choke does indeed pass Alfie into P4. What are these Alphas doing, man? Choke down the inside, easy pass. I mean, I say that, it's still going to be side by side, but Choke will have the better traction on those fresh, soft tyres. Yeah, I say fresh because Zalagi, your tyres really aren't that fresh anymore. Neb is looking all over the close, or is looking all over the back of these Alphas. Tries to switch back on Alfie because Alfie is on very used tyres. It's very close to tapping as well. Right, Zalagi now. Alfie now. What is happening? Well, Nev is going to try and close up to Zalagi. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it on this occasion, as he is a bit far back. But someone who isn't far back is Mick, as he gets past Alfie. I believe that is Reese, who's made another mistake. Spins round on the exit of turn 8, or just after turn 8. That is not what he would have wanted, being spun round earlier on, but I don't know, again, if that was his fault or not. Oliver has now retaken the lead of the race, past his teammates. Easy pass. They can really work together. And you can see there Oliver going wide to let Powell through. Good teamwork between these two drivers. This is going to be an easy pass for Raven. Down the inside of turn 10. It is indeed. Down the inside he goes. And that is an easy pass. And that is the cue, Alfa Romeo. Pit now. Although I am seeing the track being a bit overcast, so maybe is there a bit of rain coming. There's a Mercedes there of Jamie, who I think has got a puncture. Or ran out of fuel. Let's have a look at the telemetry real quick. Is it fuel related? No, it isn't. I think Zalagi's had a spin there. I think Zalagi's had a puncture. Yeah, front left. You can easily see that one. Alfie's has to go soon. His tyres are not that good. Oh, and I think he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. No, he hasn't. He's still on, and it is starting to rain, and the drivers are pitting. Very interesting to see what transpires. But Powell does come in. Will Choke come in as well? Choke stays out. Interestingly, he stays out. Raven as well stays out. The track is wet, and these guys are staying out. Matthew will stay out as well. That is very interesting for those guys. Alfie has got past. Oliver has got past Matthew as well, as Matthew spins there at the back. Oliver is 3.2 seconds behind. Is Oliver going to be able to do it on these two drivers who have stayed up? Raven, Choke has spun, and Raven has been promoted into the lead. Oh my days. Raven has done a madness. Raven has actually done a madness. He is now leading the Spanish Grand Prix. I said it in qualifying. He doesn't have the best of speeds in qualifying, but in the race, he lights it up, and he hasn't really lighted it up, but you can see how tricky it is to stop it through turn 5, and it is going to be a question of Oliver can pass Raven, and I think he's going to do it. Raven has not made the best strategy call, as he's going to try and hold up the Hasses. Oliver goes down the outside of Raven, and he's got it done as they go into turn 9, and Power's got past as well. Raven not having the best strategy, and he is going to be behind in P3. Oliver is going to come around the final corner and take the win here at the Spanish Grand Prix. Power is going to finish in P2, but Raven will finish in P3. I assume that penalty will get removed. Neb goes up into P3 at the moment on this game, but I'm pretty sure Raven will get his penalty removed. Mick will finish in P5. Choke, not the best strategy to stay out. He will finish in P6. Alfie will finish in P7. Remote Banjo Pitt will finish in P8 with Matthew in P9. Connor will finish in P10 with Wizzy Boy getting P11 off White Josh, who will finish in 12. Gold will finish in P13 with Zalagi finishing in P14. And then it'll be Somatic Coast to finish the points paying positions in P15. What a race that was.